Are you ready? Are you ready? Come on.
Good morning. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr., and the name of the show is Let the Truth Be Told. Folks, we got a great show coming at you today. Last week we talked about Father Flagland and the rest of those house Negroes who called themselves protesting, but it only became a parade. And less than a week later, we've had 3 to 4 black men who have been gunned down at the hands of the Chicago police. And so we're going to talk about that today regarding conceal and carry, because it seems as though when black men are licensed to carry a gun, it's also a death sentence. So if you ain't got nothing to do, call a friend and let them know. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr., and the show is Let the Truth Be Told. Let the truth be told. I would rather for you to hurt me with the truth than come for me with a lie. See you in a second.
Cause it's the truth that's shaping moment. Truth be told. Cause I'm married to it. If it ain't the truth, man, I don't wanna do it. Real love, be official. It bear forgiveness and it be sacrificial. I'm married to the truth. I'm married to the truth. I'm married to the truth. Yeah, I'm married to the truth. I'm married to the truth. Come on. I'm married to the truth.
And welcome back. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr., and the show is Let the Truth Be Told. First, I want to give all praises to God and my Lord and Savior, Yahshua, for making it possible for me to be here. And I want to welcome my Facebook Live fan, my regular fans, and my new fans. Welcome to Let the Truth Be Told. Well, with no further ado, let's get all the formalities out of the way. What's up, Coach, in the house today?
What's going on, Brother Dane?
Hey, Coach, it's that time, man.
We still in the war right now. People got to realize it's guerrilla warfare now.
Say that again. It's what now?
It's guerrilla warfare.
We in a war. Okay. Nevertheless, we're going to get this show started. Now, last week, we came to the show and we talked about this supposed protest. You had Father Flagland, or whatever his name is. You had the mayor, the little demon Rom. You had the police superintendent, what his name? Whatever his name is.
Eddie.
Yeah. And it's really a sad situation for the black community when first thing that we got to have the great white hope leading us and trying to free us. That's the problem I'm having with that.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, you got the people that are perpetrating the crimes, the mayor and this police superintendent, they don't give a damn about black people. So why would Father...
Isn't he black though?
Somewhere he's supposed to be. He looked like he is.
Okay.
But he looked just like the guy that used to play on Family Matters. Remember the fat gay guy that was on there?
I remember him.
Yeah, that's what he looked like. But no soon as all these... See, what's wrong with black people is that we get amnesia right away. We have the euphoria of saying, oh yeah, everybody came, and there wasn't that many people that marched that day. Everybody came and everybody marched. They put the camera up to make it look like it was a ton of people. But the people that was out there, I don't kick against them, but they really don't understand what's going on. That they was used merely as political pawns, so that the mayor and Bruce Rana and all the rest of these people can use the black vote to make you think you're doing something. They not doing nothing. So they used us again. And this euphoria that we had, oh, we out, we march, we shut the damn Ryan down. You didn't shut nothing down. It was all staged. And so here we are, 2 weeks later. We done had 3 or 4 black men who have been killed.
Gunned down.
at the hands of white police officers who are in the black community on the hunt. Now, let me tell you what I mean by the hunt. First of all, black people, we need to hold our elected officials accountable. We need to get these white police officers out the black community.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have black officers patrolling our communities so that we won't have these mishaps.
That's right.
And the reason why I'm saying is this: I looked at the video of the barber on 71st, the killing, the murder of the young brother on 71st and Jeffrey.
Mm-hmm.
And when I looked at it, I saw the black police officers talking to the brother, asking him to show his identification for the weapon that he was carrying. And by the way, the young brother did have a conceal and carry license.
Right.
That was valid. No, they said he did. Yeah, we saw the FOIA card, but they came back and said he had a valid license.
Mm-hmm.
And let me say this: whether he had a valid license or not, the black officers should have dealt with that, made him produce what he needed to produce. If he didn't have a FOIA card, took him the gun, locked him up, whatever you gonna do, and charge him a fine. But that brother paid with his life.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are, 2 weeks later after this great march, black people study getting gunned down at the hands of police.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody just forgot. So, Coach, tell me, is this the mindset of black people? We not thinking. Tell me what you think about this whole situation.
Dave, you gotta let's keep in the concept that we quick to forget as a race. We quick to forget our past. You can't forget your past. If you don't remember your past, you don't know where you're going in the future, Dave.
No future in that, though.
You don't know where you're going. If that's what the problem is, everybody's walking around in this daze. And when I mean the daze, everybody walking around like, okay, that means you can do us any kind of way and get away with it because they've been doing it so long. And we, as a people, need to wake up and realize we're at war. It's actually guerrilla warfare on the black man.
On the black man.
That's not on everybody else, Dave. It's not on the Hispanic race. I know y'all want to call in. Y'all call in. I don't care. We ain't scared of y'all either.
Number 708-223-8953.
All y'all other nationalities, y'all always say, well, we just standing up for the black folks. Yeah, we stand up for our black folks because we the black folks.
We black. What the hell?
What's wrong with us standing up for ourselves?
Exactly.
See, that's the problem, Dave. We don't stand up for ourselves. And we always waiting for Mr. Charlie
and his crew.
We always waiting on Mr. Charlie. See, that's slave mentality, though, Dave. If you want to stand here and think he going to give you something, Master going to treat you a certain different way. When Master's sick in the house, the slave talking about, oh, we sick, Master.
But that's that mindset.
It's the mindset, Dave, and you got to realize, man, it's sad, but it's true.
But you know what, Coach, and let me say this. Black people, why do we have to keep getting these wake-up calls that end up with the death of one of our brothers or sisters?
Dave, it's not even a wake-up call because undoubtedly we're not waking up.
Well,
a wake-up call is when you wake up. That's if you tell a Holiday Inn, hey, call me a certain time, that's a wake-up and you get up.
Exactly.
We getting shot in the street
like dogs
in broad daylight and ain't nobody waking up.
But
you talk about it one day.
And then it's over. That's the conditioning of
they got to go back to partying.
Yeah.
Get the different color hairstyles.
Please, we look like some lost zoo animals.
That's what
red and purple and green hair. You know,
look like a bowl of Fruit Loops.
That's true. But we're not gonna talk about that situation.
All right, I'll leave it alone then.
Now, this brother over at 71st, a good brother, didn't have no record, a barber, trying to live a good life. He on 71st and Jeffrey, where, you know, there's a damn police. If you were doing your job, you need to be out there trying to kill the crime, get the criminals out there in these black neighborhoods,
crime all around,
and deal with that. But instead, you would choose to pick a family man and murder him because of what you thought. Even though this brother, and I read the articles about it, even though the brother, if he had a conceal and carry license or not, he still should have not been dead today.
You still had an FOI card, Dave.
And you know what? That's the FOI card allows you to purchase a weapon.
Exactly.
For y'all that don't know, conceal and carry allows you to carry the gun under your shirt or whatever.
But let me tell you the trick to that, Dave. This is what they're not addressing. See, when you get this conceal and carry, it automatically registers to your license plate.
Exactly.
So they already know you got a gun.
Exactly.
That's the trick. So when you driving, and I know people who got killed, you conceal and carry. I can't get none because I'm a bad boy. I don't want none. But when I carried it from the Marine Corps, it was fine.
Yeah, but when
I tried for the country,
because you was fighting for the white America,
Mr. Charlie.
That's right. That's
Trump them.
Yep.
But when I come back home, I can't carry it no more. How is that?
Because let me say this to the brothers and sisters out there: conceal and carry could mean a death sentence to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because when police officers find out that you are a legal card-carrying citizen,
they're going to pull you over.
They go to a whole nother level.
Sure do.
They start treating you like you're a criminal because you got a license to carry a weapon like them.
Dave, I was riding with, and I'm not interrupting your conversation, brother. I was riding with this guy. He was so frantic, a bright guy. He's so frantic, he got his conceal and carry.
Right.
Hey, coach, man, I got my conceal and carry, man. I'm licensed now. I'm ready. I'm looking at him like, man, calm down, man. Because first of all, what's going to happen is the police going to pull you over because all that's in the system, all you house niggas who they give you a weapon, you think you're better than everybody else because you got to kill what you call it, Dave? You know,
conceal and carry.
No, that ain't really what it's called, man. It's really called pull a nigga over. We know he got a gun.
Yep.
And then we're gonna question the nigga. Oh, what kind of gun you got? Oh, what you got in the car? You got proper registration? You got proper ID?
You got any dope in the car?
You got any dope in the car? Pass me that blunt out the ashtray. See, it's a trick, Dave.
It is.
So all y'all running around because you got conceal and carry, and you think, oh, I'm better than I'm legal now. I'm like the police. No, you're not, brother. No. You a target. Because soon as they see you reach for it,
they're gonna kill you.
They're gonna kill you.
And see, and that's the thing that bothered me. I saw the video. I'm looking at the video. I'm looking at this young brother showing he had his wallet out, showing, I got the paperwork right here.
Right.
If you want to see it.
Right.
So if the black police officers is dealing with this issue, why the hell would a white woman, a police officer, come up when they talking to the brother and try to grab the brother about the arm? He pulls away, and the next thing you know, his ass is shot.
Did he have his gun in his hand?
No, he didn't have his gun in his hand.
That's just what we're saying, though. It's a ploy.
It is.
It's propaganda. It's to make you think it's okay to have a weapon when actuality is open target on you.
And so, the thing, I'm looking at the video, so I'm trying to figure out what type of moves did he make? Did he make any sudden moves?
Did he make
any aggressive type moves?
The video out yet?
The video been out. This brother, he basically telling the cops, I'm good, I got what you need, just give me a chance to get it out. So when he had his FOIA card out, the other card was in his back pocket. When he reached, they asked him for your FOIA card. They asked him for the concealed carry card, right?
Right.
He goes to reach back to get the other card out of his pocket.
And that's when they gunned him.
And this punk ass white woman, call a police officer, shot the man. How the hell you gonna shoot the man when black police officers talking to him and trying to get the information that they need to let this brother go?
You said how or why?
You know what? This man had a family. He was a family man. And I think this, it's a crying shame for black men to wake up in the morning and walk out here in these streets and go to your job, and you don't even know if you're going to come back home at the end of the day. You don't know when one of these racist ass police going to pull you over, assassinate you because, I had an opportunity about a week ago to talk to some black police officers. I'm from Inglewood, 56 and Carpenter, and I was talking to these black officers, and I said, you know what, man, why don't the black police officers
police our area,
police the black community?
Now, when me and you was coming up nowadays,
that's what all we had.
I came from Inglewood too on 59th Street.
Facebook Live and drop down. We'll get that going back in a minute. But I'm
all I remember coming up there.
We saw black police officers.
Police officers, they smile, they talk to you, they watch you going to school. It wasn't no hostility like it is now.
No.
Now they've infiltrated the whole black community with white rookie officers.
And most of the officers that they
and detectives,
they're mostly Klan members.
And
they white
they ran 5 deep, and they call them jump out boys.
Jump out boys, exactly.
So they already profiling you. They're already looking to see, okay, he got braids,
right?
His pants is sagging. Okay, he a nigga. He the one we want.
Coach, grab the T-shirt and read that poem on the back of the T-shirt. Y'all see this T-shirt?
You want me to read it?
Yeah, read the poem. My foundation is called Living and Driving While Black. And we've been dealing with the racial profiling thing for almost 20, 25 years now. We're probably the best kept secret in the country because we address those issues. We've been writing legislation. We've been looking at this whole thing as a total problem in the black community. So we do have gear that talks about stop racial. Show the front of this shirt, Coach, to the people out there. Look at this shirt. Pull it or spread it on out so they can see the stop sign. This is what I'm talking about. Anytime I wear my gear and people see me in this shirt, especially white people, the first thing they do is they start making faces. Because just like they psychologically treat us, this gear treats them. This gear tell them, stop racial profiling me. Stop it.
You get their attention, Dave.
And you get their attention. Anywhere I wear my gear, people look at that gear, and especially white folks, they can't stand it as if I'm reading their mind, because just as soon as you see white folks and white folks see you, the first thing they run in their mind is, look at that nigga. That's the first thing. But when you're wearing clothes that tell them to stop doing something, it offends them, and they get an attitude
to get their attention.
But we're gonna read what's on the back of the shirt.
Okay.
Read that for the folks.
It says, only crime committed was living and driving while black. It says, I wasn't smoking weed, never sold or done crack. Only crime committed was living and driving while black. So I fit the description. I'm afraid not. I'm dark-skinned with a fade. He was light with dreadlocks. Sick and tired of being hassled. It's a racial attack. Only crime committed was living and driving while black.
And we wrote that poem because we always being racially profiled, and we're always being put into a category of what the officers and what the society look at us and say. You know, they look at it and say they're looking for the suspect. Every time you stop, a police officer stop you, and he has no reason to stop you, he's saying, well, you know what? We got a call, and we looking for a suspect just like you.
Dave, you know what? This week, I ran across at an academy, at a range, as a matter of fact. It was, and they actually had
a picture of a young black man
holding a gun, and that was the target practice.
Exactly.
So if we don't take this serious, Dave, because now is the time.
It's the time.
We're in the war now. I know it might scare some of y'all, because I know some of y'all scared. We telling y'all the truth. So the truth gonna set you free. It's a war on you, whether you want to believe it or not. I don't know how many of our people got to die. I don't know how many people got to get pulled over, taken to a jail, hung, and then talking about they committed suicide. Well, we know that didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
But it can happen at any given moment. So we need to start waking up and realizing what's really going on, instead of just partying and thinking it's okay to just let things happen and get away with it. You can't keep letting them get away with it, Dave.
But white America looks at us, and can you blame them? They said we give them niggas money. They won't even spend it with themselves. They won't even take their money and put nothing together and rebuild their own communities. They got a job, and that job, you become a slave to the job, because now you got the house, you got the car, you need to keep working to pay your bills. But that's all by design.
It's indentured servant.
They don't want you to understand. White folks start businesses every day. I can guarantee you right now, it's some white folks that went to a bank, they got all the loans and money that they needed. Cause see, they not worrying about going spending $400 for a pair of gym shoes.
They're not gonna do it anyway.
They not worrying about I got to drive a Maserati, but I'm living beyond my means and I can't pay my bills
in the basement
of your mama's house.
Exactly.
And I can't pay my bills. They're not worried about stuff like that because you know what? They're worried about more important things. They're worried about their family, their community, and how to make that money.
And they're worried about the next generation of their family too.
So that they can keep passing it
on. We don't have a clue, but we need to wake up and realize though, Dave, because this is really a race. And we discovered this. I mean, we talked about this last week, remember?
Yep.
It's a race. It's a race for people. Who's the last man standing? See, y'all think we just saying this, but we talking about this is reality. It's all about who's going to be the last race standing.
And the white race is dying out.
They dying out by the...
And they already know. They already know exactly.
They already know the time is now. So what we got to do is we got to wake up, Dave.
We got
to stand up and we got to think up. It's time to think up. It's time to pull your pants up.
But you know what, Coach, man, I bump into a lot of people out. They they see me on the show, and they hear the show, and they say, "Brother, you be stirring the pot. You be talking about white folks, man, and all white folks ain't bad." That's true.
Mm-hmm.
All white folks ain't bad.
Mm-hmm.
There were some good white people who died in the struggle, in the civil rights struggle.
In slavery. I remember all of that.
But 99.99% of them is racist. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. All they care about is their own kind. And if we see that as black people, why don't we pick up the same attitude that white folks have? We need to care about our children. We need to care about our own community. We need to care about our own economics. We need to do all of these things ourselves. If we do these things, the black community would change overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Because all the money that we spend doing bullcrap, $400 shoes, $800 for a car payment, we at the club turning it up, $800 or $900 for a bottle of Ciroc that you can get for $30, $40 at the liquor store.
Mm-hmm.
We all up in the club. Hey, purple, green, red hair, dresses so short that you can see somebody's ass. Women don't respect themselves. All they want to, and I'm not saying all of them because I know some.
Right.
I know some sisters out here that's on point.
That's right.
I know some real queens out here.
That's right. I was just getting ready to say that too.
They real queens. They not out here trying to see who they can screw tonight.
Mm-hmm.
They're not trying to be out here to see who they can trick out some money.
Mm-hmm.
They're out here trying to be good women, good partners to their mates,
that's right,
and raise our children. I'm not talking about them women.
Right.
Those are real women. Those are real queens.
That's right. Those are real queens.
I'm talking about these hoes.
Yeah.
That's out here spending their money, spending their man's money, and doing everything under the sun, but can't do nothing to keep a relationship.
Dave, I just gotta let you know, brother, they not spending their money.
Oh, they spending them weak niggas
They spending
money.
them lollies who paying because they think they gotta pay to get some coochie. So they so sweet. They like bear meat. You ever had bear meat?
It's sweet.
It's sweet. I ain't never had it, but I read about it.
But let me say this to all y'all. I call them cake niggas. All y'all brothers out here. And basically, you might as well go buy you a prostitute and spend the money, and then you're going to have less problems. See, I didn't say I wouldn't get into this, but I got to say this. Black women have taken prostitution to a whole nother level.
Mm-hmm.
If you see a black woman out here, she got to dress up to her ass. She got heels on. She got her titties.
They wearing see-through stuff now.
Right. You got titties hanging out. And then a brother approach her like she's a hoe because basically that's what you're doing.
You showing everything.
You showing everything. You trying to catch somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And if a brother walk up to you and he want to try to profit, he want to try to get with you, then you got attitude of, I ain't no hoe.
He wants to solicit.
Right. But you wearing hoe clothes. So you are what you look like.
So let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
So where is the mentality though? When we came up, you didn't women didn't dress like that. Women dressed like women.
Exactly.
Women didn't dress and conceal everything
And
and
show everything. It had
you
to be
can't
some
you
imagination.
let me say something to you, queens. You still have brothers out here that respect you for being a queen.
Exactly.
The way you carry yourself, the way you dress. You don't have to wear tight fitted clothes. You don't have to wear something so tight we can see your nipples, or a skirt so short we can see your coochie. We don't respect you. And so when you get in a club atmosphere and everybody's drinking, because alcohol
You don't
plays
have-
a you might look when you hey Dave, when you come in the door, you look like Beyonce. After that third Patron, you look like Beyonce. So the whole catch is when you mix alcohol with the environment, Dave, it changes everything. So the hormones act automatically. Okay, she ain't got on no clothes. I see her nipple, I see her booty. She butt naked.
But let me say something to all y'all. I'm gonna drop a little nugget on y'all brain right now. Do you know that if you look at a marquee and you go to a liquor store, it says three things: beer, wine, and spirits. I'm gonna say it again to you.
Say it again.
Look, now I'm opening your eyes up. When you go to and you pass the liquor store,
You gonna let me address what spirits is when you finish?
yeah, I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay.
It says beer, wine, and spirits. Now, somebody with a logical mind is gonna think, and y'all probably been seeing it all the time. Everybody been seeing it.
Though.
What the hell? Now you can sell beer and you can sell wine, but I didn't know they were selling spirits. Coach, tell the people what the spirits is.
What they're saying is a psychological effect. Your spirit beings actually it's going to be changed and altered.
Yes.
Once you drink, this potion, because your whole spirit changes. You go from being, everybody's just different though.
But you're gonna get the same results. You're gonna get
you're gonna get the same results. It's gonna alter your spirit.
It's gonna alter your spirit.
You're not gonna be as smooth as you think. You're getting smoother, but you're not. You really not. You looking like
drunk ass.
But hey Dave, do you remember? Let me ask you a question. Do you remember back in the day, man, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
Yes.
What we didn't realize growing up
with the spirits
was when Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, he was a scientist.
Exactly.
So what he would do in the lab, he would make this concoction, this potion.
Right.
And when he drank it, he went from Dr. Jekyll to Mr. Hyde.
And Mr. Hyde was a bad spirit.
That was a bad spirit. And see, it's a lot of things back then when we were small coming up that we didn't realize that they were showing us right then that that's true. And now they putting that on every liquor store you go to.
It's on every liquor store.
Spirit. So next time y'all drive past a liquor store, y'all think we just making it up.
Look at it.
Look at the sign. It's going to say alcohol.
It ain't going to say alcohol. It's going to say beer, wine, and spirits.
The spirit's going to be in a capital letter too.
Right. Big capital letters.
So that's going to alter your spirit. And then when you alter your spirit, that's when the trouble comes.
You do crazy.
You get off your square.
Yeah.
I've been there, so trust me. We're not making this up.
We're talking from experience.
Not know what we read on Facebook.
No.
All you Facebook listeners and all you Facebook dreamers and all you watching what's Magic show for his son name?
Magic
the EJ show.
That's pitiful.
So all of y'all who always getting caught up in something that's not really real, we just trying to drop some knowledge on you. You got to look around. All you got to do is open. I know you got to be aware of the chemtrails, and we told them about 8 years ago about the chemtrails.
We told them 8 years.
It's not just really what's going on with you so much as the government is behind this too.
Yes.
So now when you walk out and you look up in the sky and you see those trails across the sky, and you think, oh, that's a
airplane
farting or smoke from a jet. No. There's no way that many jets gonna be flying in the neighborhood, and you're gonna see a white stream. Those are white cells, chemicals they're releasing, and they've been releasing for the last at least 10 years, Dave. And we breathing that, and it's changing us as a people, and we losing our consciousness, we losing our awareness. And then now they made it's okay for everybody to walk around and smoke weed. So nobody's looking up now. Everybody's looking down. And what we doing else they doing too. Everybody looking down at your phone.
Man, please.
If you walk down the street, Dave, can I address that one thing?
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, people, if you look, it's no more intermingling with people no more. It's no one-on-one with people no more. You can go to some people's house, Dave.
Everybody sitting up on the phone looking.
I'm talking about this close for we
right,
are.
Right. They sitting and won't even. They texting each other.
Texting each other. Or they looking at their phone, or they looking at Facebook. Because I'm sad for the youth who walking down the street with their phone in their hand. They're not even looking up to see if the car's coming. They're not looking up to see who coming. They're not looking up to see if the robber coming. They're not looking up to see none of that because everybody got their head down. So if you got your head down, that means you're not looking up. We need to start looking back up.
And the real sad thing of it is, man, is then the last days and times which you are.
Mm-hmm.
This social media thing is really hurting our young people. I just saw a thing on the news the other day about kids that are 4, 5, 6, 7 years old that's got these tablets, they're on the phones, and they became addicted to them.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about a kid spending 5 hours on a tablet? 5 straight hours. But they don't want to eat. They don't want to get up and use the bathroom. They don't want to do nothing but sit there and play that. And as adults, if you don't have the same problem, you need to address that problem with your children.
That's the problem, though, Dave. Because first of all, they took the adulthood out the adults.
Yes, sir. It did.
They took the adulthood out the adults. So nowadays, the generation that's coming up now, they're not trying to be the adult. They're trying to be the friend. They trying to the kids. They trying to be the homie. What they call it, BFF or BG, whatever they call it. They got taking pictures on Facebook and social media with their daughter. Who the youngest?
Yeah,
that's so insulting to me, brother. When you see that,
it is.
Why are you comparing yourself to your daughter?
Kids. I'm
talking about let's go a little age. Right. Let's go up to the 20s or whatever. You want to go to the same club your daughter go. You want to wear the same tight outfit she got on.
And your ass is old with wrinkles.
You 70. Out. Everything you got on you is like strap on. You got rubber bands keeping you together so you can squeeze in that dress, and you think that's cute. No, they think that's cute because I look like my daughter, don't I? Oh, we look like sisters. Let me tell you something. You don't look like her. You had your time.
Exactly.
It's time for you to raise your child. That's what time it is. It's time for us to be parents again. It's time to be leaders again. It's time for us to come together again. Somebody got to wake up and realize what's really going on.
But see, the white community love it because black people does not have the intestinal fortitude to stop the bullshit.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
We don't have that. Some of us, I ain't gonna say all of us.
Right.
Because when my kids was coming up, you had certain times that you was going to be on the computer. You had to make sure everything else done before you got on it. But these children there's no constraint to stop them.
Mm-hmm.
They're allowing them to, because that's the new babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
These single moms out here now,
mm-hmm.
they're not trying to raise their kids. They're trying to be out in the streets.
Yep.
Half of them can't cook shit. They can't do nothing but look good. And some of them ain't even looking good. It's just the idea in their mind.
They feeding the kids Happy Meals.
Happy Meals.
And they don't realize that's not even real food.
It's poison.
So that's why we getting obesity in our youth. Because if you're sitting around, like when we grew up, we went outside and played.
Yep.
I'm talking about we played out from sun up to sundown.
Exactly.
But we had to be on the porch at a certain time.
But
it's all about, but you better be on that porch before that street light come on. Or you're going to get a whooping from the people down the street, and you're going to get a whooping from the people next door, and you're going to get another whooping when you get home from your mama because the street light's already on and you ain't on the porch. See, they took the discipline out. And if you take the discipline out, you're going to be uncivilized, just like them.
A heathen. That's what you're going to be.
Because you have why is it everybody think you can just do what you want to do? That's the problem, Dave. Think about that. Everybody now got the thing in it. Oh, it's equal rights. I can do what I want to do.
Ain't no damn equal rights.
I can. If you don't have no people, y'all need to realize if there's no laws or no structure in the community,
That's right.
and everybody can do what they want to do, it's gonna be madness.
And it's already madness in our
It's
communities.
already madness. But think, why is it? You can't whip the kids in school no more.
Nope.
You can't paddle them.
Nope.
You tell the kids now, you got them believing. If you hit me, I'm calling DCFS.
And guess
So
what?
that was a trick too, Dave.
Man, let me tell you this story. I got a 41-year-old daughter. She was 12. She grew up in Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
I came home on vacation to Chicago to visit my parents. I went back to check on the kids, and her and her friends, 12, standing on the side of the street, waving at pretty cars. They didn't know, she didn't know who I was.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled over and went to the tree and snatched me a branch out that tree and whooped that ass all the way home.
Mm-hmm.
A few days later, man, the police come to my job, and to make a long story short, charged me with child endangerment, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said this, well, my parents disciplined me, and I turned out fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a child, you need to stay in a child's place.
That's right.
You a child, you ain't got running up talking to no adults. You ain't got no business running your mouth to your mama, your daddy like you grown.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got no business doing nothing because you ain't even got no hair around your private parts.
Mm-hmm.
And these weak ass parents are letting these children control their household.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
And I just got to say this. I was in a relationship with a woman who had a rotten ass kid. A rotten kid.
What's a rotten kid, Dave?
A kid that's so disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Don't disrespect the mom.
Mm-hmm.
Don't disrespect anybody that comes to the house. This mug was horrible. And so I spoke and said, you know what? You need to discipline your child.
Mm-hmm.
She told me she's not your child, so don't worry about disciplining her.
Mm-hmm.
After that was said, the relationship was over for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, I ain't gonna be in no house with no unruly ass children.
Mm-hmm.
If I came up and I had my children under control, I can't be with no woman who got a bad ass kid.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be with no woman, or any real man ain't gonna be with no woman
That's right.
who don't have control. I'm gonna take it off me.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no real man gonna be with no woman and they damn kids running around arguing with them 5 or 6 years old like they grown. And if you allow your children to do that, it ain't gonna be long before that kid they get 10 to 12 years old, they're gonna be whooping you.
I already know. I went through that, Dave.
And you're not gonna be able to say nothing to that child because it done been and got past the fact.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are one of those mothers, and y'all out there, I see you on Facebook with your kids cussing, riding all in the car.
They think that's cute, though.
That's
man.
not cute.
Sick, man. That's sick. We sick, man.
That means that you were raising a heathen. That's what it says. You're a heathen.
They laughing though. They laughing.
And they
like,
think it's funny.
He cussing them out. I know
saw that, man.
Cussing the mother out.
Man, please.
Using every word up under the sun, and the mother laugh. Hee, ooh.
That's cute.
That's cute.
But it ain't cute when it ain't cute when Ray Ray and Pookie get old enough to go out there and start committing crimes, and you can't say nothing to them, and they living in your house.
That's right.
And they doing all these bad things, and you scared to discipline your own child.
Mm-hmm.
You scared to ask him to leave because, well, he might call the police or she might do something to me. That's foolish.
In your house.
In your own house. But we got these single mothers out here that can't raise a man. You can do what you can for them,
right,
but it's going to have to be a man in this life somewhere to teach him on how to be a man.
Right.
In the most saddest dilemma that we face right now is that there's not a lot of real men out there.
Mm-hmm.
You got brothers.
We're going to need a whole show.
We're going to need a whole show on that. You got brothers out here that has the physicality of a man, but the mental psyche of a damn teenager. And so you cannot, if you are not a real man, and let me give you definitely a real man in case y'all want to know what real man.
You let them know.
A real man understands the responsibility of being a man.
Mm-hmm.
He can know how to take care of his family.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna make sure he got some kind of employment.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna make sure that he raises his kids to be respectable.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna make sure that if he got a wife, that him and his wife come together
Mm-hmm.
and deal with whatever situation
As
is
king and queen.
and have a beautiful household.
That's right.
But what's done happen is now I'm coming back to these cake niggas.
Going back to them. Don't let them go.
Y'all cake brothers out there, y'all taking y'all money, y'all basically buying coochie.
That's what you're doing.
Now, mind you, every man, even me, done bought coochie before.
Mm-hmm.
If you take a woman
indirectly.
out, indirectly, but you're still buying it.
That's right.
Well, you take your woman to the show, you take her to eat, whatever you're gonna spend money on your woman,
Right.
you spending it because of what? Because at the end of the day, you love her,
Mm-hmm.
but what do you want? At the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
you want the sweet thing.
That's right.
So technically, indirectly, you buying it.
Mm-hmm.
But for the hoes out there that just straight out selling it,
Oh man.
they're straight out selling it. I have never seen out of these 60 years
Mm-hmm.
how our black women have degraded themselves
Mm-hmm.
to a place where basically, if a man is not giving them money or doing what they want them to do
Mm-hmm.
and buying them stuff and doing this and that, let me say this. And this for y'all women that do that. Because a lot of women don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a real woman, you don't need no man to do your nails.
That's right.
Pay for your nails.
That's right.
You don't need no man
Do your hair.
to pay for your hair. You don't need no man to get your feet done. You don't need no man to be buying you a bunch, doing all these things that you could do for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Women don't seem to understand. If you got a weak cake nigga,
Mm-hmm.
then he gonna do all that. He gonna pay for your nails. He gonna do this and that. But then he not no real man.
Mm-hmm.
Because a real man ain't out here trying to buy no woman.
That's right. That's right.
He ain't trying to buy no woman.
Mm-hmm.
He trying to find a real woman.
That's right.
But y'all cake niggas running around here buying the hair for my hair cost $300. You want me to look good.
Right.
No, you want to look good for your damn self.
Mm-hmm.
You want somebody to go buy you this and buy you that.
Mm-hmm.
Buy your own shit.
That's right.
And a real man will contribute to you
Mm-hmm.
what you don't have.
Right.
See, real man ain't gonna play for that. One of my pastors, I was at the church about a month ago, and like I said, I had ended a relationship that wasn't good for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I walked in and, I was doing my insurance thing. The pastor was there and he walked in and we sitting at the table. And he said this, and I thought he was talking about me at first.
What did he say there?
He said, it is a lot of lonely, good men in the community.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, damn, did pastor know what's going on with me?
Right.
He said, because real men is not going to put up with all this crap
Mm-hmm.
that women are doing.
That's right.
So therefore, if you're a good man, you're not going to put up with this ideology of it. There's a lot of women out here talking about they want a husband and sleeping with other women.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
A real man not going to put up with that. A real man not going to sit up here and let you walk into the house and say, I need you to get my hair fixed. I need this. I need you to go buy me some clothes. Give me your credit card so I can do this.
Right.
A real man not going to do that.
No, sir.
Especially if you got a job.
Mm-hmm.
And all y'all women out here with jobs don't even understand. And I ain't going to say all of y'all.
Right.
Y'all do not understand how to control your money. I know some women making $100,000 a year and living from check to check.
How was that?
Because they're going out buying stuff they really can't afford.
Mm-hmm.
They living
above their means.
They're living above their means.
Right.
You rent $1,700 a month.
Mm-hmm.
You're spending $600 to $700 for a car.
Mm-hmm.
You really can't afford. You maxing your credit cards out, all in the name for what?
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't own nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing about us as black people. We spend all this money, all the holidays every day. We spend all this money. We don't own nothing in our community.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else coming to our community getting rich.
Yep. Everybody
else come to look. When the Arabs from the third world countries come over here, even the Mexicans have found out a wealth of money because all you got to do is go find a heavily populated black community and sell some tacos
or some snow cones
and all of that, and black people be flocking to them.
What's that little fat food they be eating now? It's something they feeding the kids this day. It's something they giving the kids, like a little popcorn and a mixture, and they balling all together and they eating it like it's good. I'm like,
but the point that I'm making is,
though, Dave.
You let a black entrepreneur try to go to the white community.
You bet not.
They'll arrest your ass. You know, if you walking around the white community and they'll stop you and arrest you, you know damn well you're not gonna be going in there selling nothing.
Setting up shop.
You let one of us try to go sell some soul food in Little Mexico.
No, it's not gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. But that's the point that I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
Black people, we allow everybody to come into our community, and they get rich off of us.
Yeah. So ain't nobody. What are aldermen at though?
Because they get an alderman a little money under the table that the black people elect, and then your alderman sell you out. So, instead of trying to get you to open a business, he'll let somebody else come get the business and sell and make money off you.
So I'm trying to figure out who that alderman is, Dave. That's right there. I told you before on 47th and Prairie, or either Calumet. You letting somebody Hispanic come in the heart of the hood
and get rich.
Get rich. I'm talking about that snow cone machine been there for years. He there when I go to work every day, and I'm like, who paying attention?
Now,
who the alderman know?
Now, it's just ironic you said that. If you think I'm lying, go to 63rd and Halsted.
Mm-hmm.
It was a black man out there that sold hot dogs, chips, and pops and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I go down to Oak Street on 63rd, or I go back to the crib, I see dude out there, and I stop, and I buy something from him because I appreciate a black entrepreneur, whether I'm hungry or not.
That's right.
I go buy something, right? But I was on 63rd and the other day, and right next to his stand, a Hispanic person opened a snow cone and selling Mexican food.
Mm-hmm.
I should have took a picture of this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what a black
Please do.
By the black man sitting right next to this Hispanic, where people was usually buying hot dogs and food from him, now they ain't even touching the black man stand. No. They over there at the Hispanic place.
Buying snow cones.
But you see how
I know what
you see the ideology of us?
Yep. We allow it.
We allow it. Instead of us saying, you know what, we're gonna spend our money with this brother. We're not gonna let this Mexican guy come and take his business.
That's right.
The guy took his business, man. And I thought, how inept can black people be?
Mm-hmm. We need to wake up, man.
Now, getting back to these brothers and sisters out here, you have to realize one thing. I don't care how much money you make.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what kind of car you drive. And I don't care what kind of house you live in.
Mm-hmm.
White folks look at you as a house nigga with money.
Mm-hmm.
And they figuring out ways how to get it out your pocket.
That's right.
So the ideology of us spending money on things that cannot bring a return, but a night of drunkenness, a night of waking up wet.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
It's not bringing you nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have nothing. You study spending your savings. You ain't even trying to build nothing up. And I'm not saying everybody, but predominantly the majority of these so-called educated black men and women don't own nothing. I got a good credit score, and your ass got so much debt that you living from paycheck
to paycheck.
Now, I'm telling you, if you make $100,000 a year, you should be saving at least $40,000 of that. If you're not living beyond your means. If you're not going,
you better wait on that one then, bro.
Yeah, well, if you're not going to all the most expensive things, buying expensive things.
You remember the song, the more we make, the more problems.
The more problems we have.
The more money, the more problems. Wasn't it Puffy and Biggie and all that?
That was one of them, man.
Hey, man.
They ain't no Tupac, so I don't listen to the rest of them clowns.
Right.
I don't listen to Jay-Z. I don't do that.
But you know what? The reality is this, though. That's the mindset.
It's the mindset
of the black folks. We think that's okay. We still trying to keep up with everybody else. Have you ever noticed when you see somebody like a Bill Gates or whatever the rest of them poor people,
cheap jeans.
they wearing jeans that cost $10.
Yep.
They wearing gym shoes that cost
$12.
And they wearing a T-shirt that costs $6.
And got an asshole pocket full of money in
and
the
they
bank.
got more money. They don't even carry a wallet because they got so much money. They just got the card in their pocket. But what we doing, we got to go get Michael Kors. What's the name of the
Vanderbilts, all the rest of these.
No, the shoes that they do, the women went crazy. You got to get red bottoms to show that your shoes cost $1,000, but your rent is $1,200. You only make $2,500.
And you broke.
And you broke after the party over with.
Yeah.
And you didn't pose and put your shoe all up in the air. And you got your hair done and your nails done. Because the brothers, we ain't making no hundreds of thousands of dollars
they're going to let, some are, but they're going to make sure
about
brothers.
The majority.
Right. They're going to make sure some brothers ain't making that kind of money.
Dave, you always got to let a few trickle through
the
cracks.
Always.
That's how you always keep us under control.
If you control the black woman,
you control the black
family.
Everything.
Because now black women are calling themselves the head of the family.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying, I don't need no man. But you can be laying up with another woman. It is really
you know who said that was okay.
Yeah, well, that was because I don't know, the number 44 president, they got the gay law passed and made it okay to be gay, made it a law to confuse our children.
That's right.
We got young men and women out here sitting around thinking that it's okay for me to kiss another man.
Right.
It's okay for me to kiss another woman.
Right.
That was all by design.
That's right.
Now, they used to be in the closet, but now they all are everywhere. Hey! Sodom and Gomorrah is right here.
Right now.
And that's where we at. But
could you tell them what Sodom and Gomorrah is, Dave? Because some people...
Sodom and Gomorrah was I don't know if I got enough time to run this story down.
Okay.
But Sodom and Gomorrah was some biblical towns who did black with men and women slept with the same. Okay, God sent some angels down there to tell Lot and his family get up out of there. And when they got to there, the angels got there. The men and women of the town wanted to sodomize them and have sex with them.
That's right.
At the end of the day, when Lot got his family out and they left, God told Lot, them don't look back, and the wife looked back and became a pillar of salt.
That's right.
Okay. But Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed.
That's right.
America is the new Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's right.
And don't you think, just like Rome fell, America is on its way to falling.
That's right. Let the truth be told, Dave.
So we need to start really sit down. I'm going to challenge everybody. Just sit down and think about all the positive things in your life. Think about all the negative things in your life, and then think about how you can get God in your life to make you a better person.
That's right.
Because you got to have him first.
If
you don't have him first, you ain't got nothing. So you going to church, you going to church for the show. You going to church to see how many people that you can talk about that ain't got what you got.
That's right. Who's sitting on the front row?
Who's sitting on the front row? You going to church so that that's why I say these sick preachers.
Yeah. I used to go to this church, man. I don't want to put.
We done got started in here.
I don't want to put them on there. Okay, but I do want to share this though.
Go to share
because I know tomorrow's Sunday, so I know they looking at us now and they talk. What they probably don't even go to church. They probably know nothing about no.
I am the church,
but Dave,
those who
I stopped going to a particular church, and the reason I stopped going to the particular church because when I was going to the church, it was small. It wasn't, so small, but it was small. It was comfortable. And you would get whatever message that you were trying to get. Then all of a sudden, the church just blew up when a new pastor took over. And so when he took over, he made the church commercialized.
Oh, my goodness.
And once you make it commercialized, everybody then started coming to the church. So they made the church gigantic. And then they bought up all the property around the church.
Now he a millionaire.
And now you're a billionaire, probably. Okay. I don't know. He ain't gonna show me his tax. He like Trump.
Yeah, but he want to see your tax.
They ain't gonna show. Yeah, you want to see yours, but they ain't gonna show you theirs. Dave. So now, when y'all keep running to these churches, the first thing y'all want to know, well, who got the biggest church? Well, let me ask you something, Dave. How is it that the preacher? Since when did the churchhood and the political situation get combined? You got preachers who politicians at the same time.
That's the reason why You had Father Flager out there.
No, it's not just him.
No, I'm just saying in general. You had Father Flager out there. You had all these other black preachers out there running up behind him, doing the same thing, trying to get that money.
Talk about Meeks.
Oh, well, you know about it. He been dead a long time ago, man.
Meeks got a church so big in the Congo. But you know what he do? They fall into they watch you as being a pastor.
But look,
Mr. Charlie watching you.
We got to get things together. I know to show us how the conceal and carry, brothers. Don't let it be your death sentence. If the police want to stop you and you got to conceal and carry, hold your hands up in the air and tell them to get the gun. Don't you reach for it, because it'll be the last thing you can reach for. And to my sisters out there, keep your drawers on. Quit letting it be. It's okay to have 30 and 40 men to sleep with, and you just 30 or 40 years old.
That's right.
Okay? We got to get back to some basics and some morality to save our children and save our families. Coach, your last words. We out of here.
Well, you know what, Dave? That was a good show to me, man, because Earl let us spit out this wisdom, man, and it's up for them to take the wisdom, because you can only lead a horse to it. You can't make them drink. So we need y'all to start paying attention and think about what we're saying, instead of you want to be negative toward us and say, well, they talking about some things, but some people who with some intellect is hitting you in the right spot. But let's do something about it, though.
Okay. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Ira Jr. My last words, stay safe, be strong, so you can live on. God bless you and peace.
What I'm feeling lonely, cause it's the truth. That shape and mold, man. Truth be told, cause I'm married to it.